Great. So first question would be, why have you decided to run?
Yeah, great question. Uh, and great to be on, Lorena. I decided to run because it's my hometown and it's the
Yeah,
home district that I grew up in that I'm running for, District 5 here in Banning, California.
yeah,
And I think most people step up to run because they want to help improve their community, right? They want to help create
yeah,
positive change. Um, Yeah, most of my career has been helping deliver for working class neighbors, make sure they have better opportunities where they live,
yeah,
that they don't feel alone, and we have a better understanding that we're all in this together.
yeah,
American culture can be very individualistic, but we're always at our best when we do things together. In
yeah,
fact, that's the only time I've ever seen things really get done around here, in partnership with
yeah,
the community. So also, there's no young people in office here locally.
yeah.
I'll be the
That's an
youngest
issue.
by 3 decades.
That's great.
I love my city.
So what are your main priorities?
Yeah, well, my platform is affordable living, good local jobs, and healthy neighborhoods.
Yeah,
Come from years and years of listening to my neighbors, particularly on
yeah,
the east side. District 5 is on the northeast side of the freeway here in Banning. And nationally, your east sides are usually the most divested. They have the least amount of investment in them. So it's
yeah,
hotter on our east sides, for example. That means that our residents are paying more for like AC, for example, because we don't have as many
yeah,
trees. There's not as much shade. Not as many amenities. We have one restaurant in my district,
yeah,
uh, Suelos, and it's only takeout. So
yeah,
make sure that we're taking care of our small businesses. Neighbors have an easier route to establishing a
yeah,
small business and being part of the small business community here. And our kids should have more amenities. Interestingly enough, a lot of the kids that I talk to when I go door knocking, they want a splash pad. The parents say that too at the local park, somewhere they can cool off during the summer.
yeah,
Again, if it's hotter over here.
yeah,
Uh, they want longer hours at the community pool. We have a bit of an odd schedule where there's a hour and a half gap where they close it down and then people have to leave and come back. Not
yeah,
everybody has necessarily the privilege to be able to just leave and then and return because of gas money or scheduling, having to bring the kids
yeah,
back and forth. So we're really focused on just delivering those basics that people rightfully deserve, and that
yeah.
have been like withheld from them for so long.
All right.
So
So oh no, go ahead. Sorry.
I wanted to make sure I covered all. One of the most important things is the good local jobs in the middle of that platform.
Yeah,
Make sure folks don't have to drive and sit in traffic for hours on end to collect a steady paycheck. And that's what we're seeing happen today. On top of us being the most, gosh, housing costs more for the east side too. They're more of their
yeah,
paycheck is going just to have a roof over their head. So making sure that we're building homes that people can actually afford and stay in,
yeah,
they're protected too. So we're not displacing residents with building new housing, but the housing is too unaffordable for them, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So, so how do you plan to support small businesses and support and help small businesses?
Wonderful question. So our neighbor is Beaumont. That's the city next to us. They have double the population. They just got a business hub. It's a
Yeah,
bit of an incubator space. I would love to bring that here. Um, Also working in real partnership with our Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber of Commerce
yeah,
supports the small business community, but their relationship with the city isn't as strong. There's not as much support that's given by City Hall to the chamber. So
yeah,
making sure that we have like small business roundtables too. So small businesses, the owners can give us direct feedback on how City Hall can
yeah,
better. serve them and how we can work better together with the Chamber of Commerce. Uh, and also making it very easy and accessible, the small business resources that we have, for example, at the county level and even the state level, and making it easier for folks to access the funding streams to get
Yeah,
their business off the ground, and making sure that they have the supports that they need on their business journey as
yeah,
they grow. So whether that looks like out of their having a home kitchen, making the rules easy to follow, simple for them to start their business from home, and then grow into a food truck or a
yeah,
brick and mortar in our downtown. We have a lot of vacancies in our downtown, like a lot of small towns across the country. So
yeah,
basically simplifying rules still. We have a lot of discombobulation or confusion even when folks are reaching out to City Hall. It's usually never the person that they reach out to directly. They get kind of they get the runaround.
yeah,
And if you don't have like it turns into a full-time job is what I've been hearing from our
yeah,
small business owners wanting to establish, or they're just getting established after having to chase down folks for paperwork or permits, you name it.
yeah. All right. On the environment, what are your stances to, to support environmental protection in the city?
Wonderful question. Well, I just got voted in as chair of our planning commission. On planning commission, we oversee land use, uh,
Yeah,
developments that come into the city. So I like to tell people I respectfully scrutinize any big project that comes in to make sure that our residents are
yeah,
protected, our environment will be taken care of, and we don't just get caught up seeing like dollar signs.
yeah,
Because sometimes developers will give us a few million up front, but really the costs long term are that's where
yeah,
the scary parts are, because then we end up paying a lot more of our taxpayer dollars and upkeeping the
yeah,
infrastructure around that project. So those are my always my main concerns, and also ensuring that our folks aren't having to drive out again, like I mentioned, for a job.
yeah,
If we're going to have developments come in here, we need to make sure that we have a higher local mandate where they have to hire a portion of the workforce from Banning. And if we don't have the talent or the training, they help develop those training pathways with us. Otherwise, we're just repeating the same cycles. So
yeah,
the less we can have folks spinning in their car, the better for our environment, the better for their mental health, the more that they can be more civically engaged, like yourself. I love that you
yeah,
reached out and are interviewing candidates across the country. That's wonderful. So,
yeah. It's
doing that.
amazing. It's amazing. Um, well, you also mentioned housing and infrastructure, and I would like to know if you have specific ideas on those issues that you want to share with me.
Of course. So, I'm I'm running my campaign to win in November, but I'm also thinking about what governing is going to look like after that. What happens
Yeah,
when I get into office? What we're finding out, the city has no grant writer. So we're not aggressively chasing outside funding that's being left on the table at the county,
yeah,
state, federal level. Dollars that are earmarked or reserved for communities like ours that are in distress.
yeah,
So I had a meeting with our transportation manager a few weeks ago for the city, and we went over a funding pool that is not as popular as it should be. It's $50 million for per jurisdiction or per city, 35 million for affordable housing, 15 million for transportation. And those are like that's a funding pool that we should be aggressively pursuing. The
yeah,
more affordable that you can build, like your housing that you can build, that means more folks that will be able to frequent your small business community, especially if it's within walking distance.
yeah, yeah,
Your local economy is only as strong as the investments that you make in your neighbors. because your
Yeah.
neighbors are a part of that local economy. They're what keep it going. We've
Yeah.
neglected that for far too long. So that's just one funding stream. There's several others, like safe routes to schools as well at the state level, that you can get for infrastructure improvements where your students are traveling, walking, biking to
Yeah.
school. Uh, Planting more trees, making sure there's more shade, making sure that there's protected bike lanes, that there's actual sidewalks. There's less sidewalks on our east side of town than the rest of the city. Uh, yeah, and these are just basic things that we should be delivering on. So I'm there to help cast a light and make sure that we're knocking the doors down to City Hall so folks know that they can come in, that they're not just going there
Yeah.
to pay a bill, and if they have a concern, that it's earnestly going to be acted on, too. It's really important that they know that the city hall is theirs, not the other way around.
All right. Well, you talk about the streets, and I would like to ask you this is the last question, about community safety and
Yeah.
the specific policies that you would like to implement on that issue.
Yeah. Well, community safety to me, whether I'm talking to uh, well, anybody in the community, but particularly our Latino community,
Yeah.
following these conversations, puro en español también, they're saying that they're calling the police and the police don't always show up. Like, this is
Yeah.
Or even beyond that, they don't even sometimes want to call the police because they're worried, like if they're going to be working with ICE, are they going to
Yeah.
take me away? Which is so, how scary of a thought. Your police force is meant to protect and serve you,
Yeah.
uh, can't even be trusted. So we have to rebuild that relationship. Um, but also, public safety is all of the things that we just talked about too.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, I agree.
Your crime goes down when you're not having to make difficult decisions between paying the rent or your mortgage to keeping the lights on to putting food on the table for
Yeah.
your family. And that is what our residents are experiencing. And I want to be clear, that's not unique to Banning. This is happening across the nation for people. And affordability isn't just a buzzword, it's literally the response to people living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
Right? I believe the average American family is $400 away from financial catastrophe and to being on the streets. And it's a weird dance that we have to do because some people are so adamant that we shouldn't help folks that are unhoused, that are on the street. And
Yeah.
we forget that we're so much closer to being on the street with them than not. Um,
Yeah.
I always handle those conversations with grace. I understand the concern. People are scared. They're
Yeah.
angry because the systems that we live in are not working for us at all. Um, so the biggest thing for me, the most important first step, is doing that listening and doing it intently, intentionally, so
Yeah.
they know that, like, I'm there with them. I get it, and we're gonna figure this out together. Just making sure that we're not pushing anyone else down to make it better for others.
Yeah.
So.
What's the Sorry, what's the situation with ice and Benning? It's a out of my curiosity.
No worries. We've just had reports of ICE vehicles subtly around town. It sits in the San Antonio Pass.
Yeah.
So we have over 100,000 people that live in the San Antonio Pass, 32,000 of which live in Banning, and over 100,000 cars drive through the pass every single day. Um, we want to make sure that our residents are protected, that they
Yeah.
don't fear for their lives walking down the street or going to the grocery store or just being in community with one another. We have
Yeah, sure.
The Latino population here is the highest population.
Yeah.
So we don't even have translation services at City Hall. If you want to find out something about the city, you have to request it be translated. We're putting the impetus. We're saying like, oh, well, it's all on you. You need to figure this out. Yeah, our website is really complicated, but figure it out. And I don't think that's
Yeah,
right. These these our neighbors, our diverse neighbors, like we have a strength in our diversity. We have a deep, diverse history. They
yeah,
are paying tax dollars. So we need to make sure that their tax dollars are actually serving them, regardless of what area of town that they live on. This isn't
yeah,
about East Side versus West Side, or the retirement community versus everyone else. We're one community. We need to figure out how to move forward together so we have better opportunities. And underneath my platform of affordable living, good local jobs, and healthy neighborhoods is public safety lies in every single one of them. Um,
yeah.
it's the most important.
Yeah, I agree. Well, you can totally, use, bilingual websites and things like that, to make sure that everyone gets to understand what, the all the services and everything else about the city. I think that's possible. I don't know if that happens, but
It doesn't, but yeah, it is
it,
possible. There's live translation services that we can have for
yeah,
our speaking community, right? For our Chinese community, our Indian community, you name it. It doesn't cost that much to do that. So
yeah.
that's
These
that's
days, with technology, you can do almost everything. So,
yeah, we have no excuse.
yeah. Well, thank you very much for answering my questions. I don't know if there's anything else you like to add.
Uh, I'll just say that I just went to my niece's graduation. She just graduated from the high school I graduated from, Banning High.
Oh, that's great.
It's just such a beautiful experience to see our youth, stepping into the real world, as they say.
Yeah,
It's a reminder for me of how much we owe them. We take pride in them, but we also need to back it up with investing in their future, not just K through 12, but
yeah,
making sure that they have good opportunity here. And, growing up here, I was told that I needed to leave and go far away to be able to be successful in my life. A lot of kids
yeah,
internalize that. I don't think that should be the case anywhere in America. Uh, Students, our youth, everyone should have good local jobs so they don't have to stress about where the money is going to come tomorrow, whether they can stay housed.
yeah,
We have a mental health crisis, and I think a good amount of the mental health issues that we have come from money scarcity, uh,
yeah,
of not being, people are working multiple jobs. In what
yeah,
world is that okay? We're the richest country on the planet here, but we don't have much to show for it other than, the blank checks to our military.
yeah, yeah. You have this endless. Well, the current
With
administration is
wars
not doing not doing things
to slow it
like
down.
maybe. Yeah. Well, anyways, well, hope you have a great day and thank you very much again.
Lorena, thank you so much. It was my pleasure. If you have any other questions that you didn't think of today, feel free to reach back out. I I'm
Perfect.
really
Great.
excited that you
Thank
reached
you.
out too. And thank you for doing what you're doing. It's a special thing to be civically engaged and to
Yeah, I
reach
love
out
it.
to
I love it.
candidates and ask wonderful questions. It means a lot. So thank you for all of that.
Thank you too. Have a great day.
You too. Bye, Lorena.
Bye.